Hey, welcome to another episode of Hey Pumpkin. What are you doing over there?
Baby, I got this song in my head.
That's your little dance or what have you, your little 1 2.
That's my one two. My
What
one
song is
step.
it?
Don't take your time, don't you rush. And I'm making up words to it.
Oh,
I was about
okay.
to say because I don't even think
I'm
that's the
a what?
lyrics.
That's
That's
this
that's all
is
you knew.
You got that one.
That's
You got the name of the song right.
that's our favorite
it's a
part, probably.
mud. But this lady remixed it on TikTok. So
And
I
then
was
what she
like,
do
oh.
to remixing it and how does it
She,
sound?
she said instead of saying I'm a mutt, she was talking about like she's a woman and I want this, I blah 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 blah. Like she kind of remixed it to woman power,
Hmm.
you know. So I was like, no, I didn't have any other song in my head. I don't even know why I had that in my head. I think that might have been the last song that was playing in the car before I got out of it. On my R&B little
Oh,
situation.
R&B.
R&B
So no,
situation.
what is it?
You know
What do
what?
you
I
want to listen
haven't
to? What's
listened
that man's
to
name? It ain't
any.
Pastor Troy. I don't know why.
His name is Young Dolph. Get it right.
Yeah, Young Dolph. You're right.
It's not Pastor Troy.
You're right.
I haven't been. I've been listening to a lot of R&B lately. I don't know. I had the kids was here this past weekend, and they mama was listening to all the ratchet. I said, "This is the reason why." Baby, put some R&B. Let them chill out for a little bit, and we listen to R&B. And then she's like, "Well, if I'm gonna drive." We was listening to Gorilla and Car and little what's her name, Sexy Red. I said, Lord, child, and they knew all the songs. So
Mm, did they?
I've been on R&B. Oh, they did. I'm on the R&B kick.
Ain't that it?
Mhm.
Ain't that it? Anyway, Brian, how are you doing? Cause she
I am. I'm in an
there she
I'm
always.
R&B,
actually doing really
baby.
well. Can't complain.
Summer
You said
Walker.
who?
Summer Walker.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Say
okay.
okay, okay. Nonetheless, Brian, I'm
You
sorry.
don't
She's just
like
so
Summer
nervy.
Walker?
No worries. I think
I
she's
was
a
like,
little bit behind, so you know, we're
ooh,
talking over each other. But no, I'm good. My week has been pretty good. I'm glad that it's approaching an end.
Mm.
I agree with you on
Well, you
that.
work Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, then with the DJ stuff, it can be 6 or 7 days a week, so it's hard to
Okay,
say.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but the DJ stuff, that's what you enjoy doing. So does that really work? Because that's like time for you to be
Don't
creative.
get me wrong. Sometimes it is work, like especially the drag show stuff. Like doing that. Don't get me wrong. I don't dislike it. It's just it's kind of boring. Like somebody was like, "Oh, you get to watch drag shows every weekend." I'm like, I have to watch drag shows every weekend. Like it just depends on how you frame it as whether or not it's a good thing or not. So don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's really fun. The energy can be great, but there are times when it's not, and you are just punching the clock and getting through it.
So do you play
Yeah.
the music for the drag queens to sing?
Yeah, for them to lip sync too. Yeah,
Yes. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I was wondering.
I would be curious, but since you're not really a Drag Race fan, so it's not the same. Because I would be curious to like, are they what they are like in real life versus how they present on television or on the show. Because on the show they're like
Oh,
glamorous. They're
I meet a lot of them. I
but
meet a lot of
but I'm
them.
saying,
Most
but you don't
times,
watch the show. You don't watch the show, do you?
I mean, not really, but I do see enough to like get a
Okay,
general idea, and I would say that by and large, none of them come across the way they do on the show. Like their
gotcha.
personalities on the show are always like larger than life and stuff, but get them in the back dressing room of a bar like any other bar where they're from,
Oh, okay, that's where you'll be
it's
at in
just
the
normal
back dressing
people.
room.
Yeah.
That's where y'all be at, Brian, in the back dressing room. Huh? Okay, but no, I'm just
I
saying because
mean,
on the
the
show,
dressing room is in the back. Yeah.
uh, uh, they're so well like everything. They're so well put together. And to your point, I think that's probably for the show that they have to be larger than life or what have you. But they are like so put together. Their costumes are A1, and then from my understanding, I'm sure they get that stuff made because they're on the show. But I wonder, like in their
Right.
everyday performances, how do they show up? Is it like some TJ Maxx versus
Yeah.
Demon Marcus type thing? You know what I'm saying?
I will say that when they're doing kind of their a tour, like they definitely have, like, they only do two numbers when they join us. So it's usually like you can tell that they have a couple of curated looks that they're going for. But I will say, like, so like Lana Jure was the most recent one that I worked with, and I would almost describe her as shy. And like
Mm.
that is not how she was on the show. And so like seeing her like act shy in the dressing room was, and even kind of like out on the stage with the crowd. Um, she definitely opened up more once she was in front of people, but in private, she definitely came across as a kind of shy person. So it was very interesting to
Yeah,
see how different they are.
she wasn't one of my favorites.
Sure.
Only because I think I like drag where I feel like they are really stepping into it. Like I want you to have breastplate. I want you all that, and I think some of the
Sure.
newer girls are like, they
Yeah.
want to come out there serve bodies, so they just feel like,
Yep.
oh, I want to show you that I'm snatching everything like that. I don't care nothing about that. I want you to give me
Right.
the full illusion in my mind. So
It's
she
female
was like,
impersonation. Impersonate a female.
Yes.
exactly, and she was kind of, you know, she would never make my top, no top list, but good nonetheless. Just not on my
Yep.
radar
I
or
get
whatever.
it.
Like, but
For sure.
anyway, I was curious to how they present it in person versus how they showed up on. Speaking of which, oh, what is my girl she's from Indiana. Uh, I love her
Drag Race
too, and I
girl?
forgot her name. She was on a drag race. She was on one season. She did decent. I don't say really well. She did decent, but she
Oh, Silky?
no, she's from Indiana.
No.
Silky's not from Indiana, is she?
Uh, she at least lived here.
Is she?
Yeah, yeah. And I know,
Oh
I don't
wow!
know
Now
if
I
she
do
does
enjoy her,
still, but there was a
Silky.
brief time where she had moved back here. So,
What's her name? Something Claire. Something. What is it?
oh,
Your
Blair
favorite, and you
St.
don't even
Clair.
know her name.
No, I didn't say it was my favorite. I said I liked her. So
Oh.
the girl trying to get you. What is her name though?
Blair St. Clair.
Blair. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Now she did, and on her season, I don't think she was fully. She was still in her cocoon. I would
Yeah.
love to see them bring her back for like an all star or something like that, and to see like who she is now. Because I think that I follow her, and I think she, she will be, good for TV now. Because I've seen like they have a type that they bring back like for all stars or something like that. So I would like to see them step outside of the box, and
Yeah.
bring some excuse me, some heavy hitters back. But nonetheless, speaking of drag race, we did this fantasy league. I lost yet again. Yet again, I lost, and I was think about it. The one that won, Ginger Minge won, and I had picked her, and then I questioned myself, and so I picked somebody else. That was so shitty. And of course, Pete picked her, so he was excited. So I was like, she ain't gonna win, but she did. She pulled through. But she's probably the front runner for the whole thing. But so I don't even know why I second guessed her down at her because she pulled through. She came through. So she on y'all's agenda, on y'all's
Not that I am
schedule.
aware of yet. I know we have a couple of shows coming up in August that we don't have names for yet. We just know that they're happening, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. Well, good. Well, good, good, good. You woke?
Yes.
Girl, do it. Do it. Get all that attitude anyway. So we're gonna
Yes.
go. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. So one of the things that I found very interesting as of late is that not it's not as of late, but it's kind of resurfacing. It's this like body imaging and these back. What's it called? A back. I don't want to say back door. What is it called?
Alley.
Back
Back
alley.
alley.
Back alley surgeries and stuff like that, procedures. And for the life of me, I don't fully understand. No, by no means is this judgment. I just don't understand the thought process to say like you're putting, because essentially you're putting your life in somebody else's hands. Like even when we go to the doctor day in and day out, we're putting our life in that, for surgery or something like that, we're putting our life in the doctor's hands. But in some of these cases, you're putting your life in the hands of somebody else, because they say like, blood injection is like one of the most dangerous things because you got so many blood vessels in your booty. But and then the optics around it is like a hotel room or somebody's house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nothing about this seems like I should be doing this. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. You may not can afford, to go see one of some of the major plastic surgeons, stuff like that. But I think it's just unfortunate. So we'll take a look at this little clip and then we'll get into some discussion.
Well, tonight, only on 6, we are hearing from the family of a young mother who came to Miami from Las Vegas for a cosmetic procedure and died hours later inside a home advertising as a post-surgery recovery house.
NBC6 investigative reporter Amy Viteri spoke with the woman's mother and has why she is calling for change to keep others safe.
Monique's mother, Wakila, tells me she wants to share her daughter's story, but asked not to show her face on camera in an effort to protect her privacy as she mourns the loss of her first child. It was supposed to be an adventure documented on social media.
We get us some coffee right now, though.
Two sisters traveling to South Florida from Nevada to get cosmetic surgery and recover together.
They were really excited.
According to their mother, 28-year-old Monique Miller and her 19-year-old sister Kiera both underwent procedures at Havana Plastic Surgery Clinic on West Flagler Street in early March. Afterward, she says they came here to a business operating out of this home on Southwest 4th Street called Kayla's Recovery House. According to their family, the sisters learned of this so-called recovery house through social media, and that's how they decided to stay here following their surgery. But Monique never made it home.
I have to remind myself every day that this is real. Monique is not coming back.
Monique's mother, Wakila, tells me she wants to share her daughter's story. Monique was a new mother herself to a 1-year-old girl.
My daughter's supposed to be here with her daughter, and unfortunately she's not.
Instead, according to this Miami police report, officers and fire rescue crews responded to the house the night of March 7th, which they say was operating as an illegal post-plastic surgery recovery home. Inside, they found Monique already dead and showing signs of rigor mortis, an indication she had likely been dead for hours. They describe her as heavily bandaged, face down on a bed.
From what Kiera is saying, that a muscle relaxer was given and possibly multiple Percocets.
Her sister Kiera also told police staff gave Monique medication, which is redacted in this report. She went to sleep but never woke up.
First, the response was, she's fine, nothing is wrong. But once they realized that she had passed away, then it wasn't that they treated it like an emergency, but panic started to set in.
To be clear, we don't know yet what exactly caused Monique's death.
That's correct.
At this time, the medical examiner has not linked any medication to Monique's death and is still working to determine the cause and manner of death. We contacted an attorney for the woman who runs Kayla's Recovery, Kayla Oliver, to ask about all of this. He told us we don't comment on pending investigations.
Someone like you have been reporting on this for 4 years. So Where's the legislation? Where's the follow-up?
It's a unlicensed assisted living facility operating as a recovery house for post.
We've previously reported on the growing number of unlicensed recovery houses operating in South Florida, the law enforcement efforts to shut them down, and calls for tougher laws.
Monique is not the first, and I hope that she really is the last that this happens to.
Wakila says the state has an obligation to enact policies that protect the women who travel here for cosmetic procedures, women like her daughter.
It is a big deal. A little girl is not without her mother today.
We reached out to Ivana, the clinic where Amanique had her surgery, but have not yet heard back. Miami police say her death remains under investigation. Amy Viteri, NBC6 News.
Oh. So here's the thing. Go ahead, Brian, because you got something to say.
No, I was just gonna say the interesting thing is I'd gone into this with kind of an assumption that this may have been kind of a shady plastic surgery thing, but it's more like it kind of sounds like she went to a legitimate medical center for the surgery, but then just went to somebody's house for the recovery. Did I get that right, or was there maybe? Okay,
interesting. So they picked out their own recovery house. They didn't probably use the facility of the surgery place because it might be expensive. So they found this place off of Facebook. And that's not the only one. It's multiple of them type of houses, but unfortunately she passed away. And that's kind of crazy to me. Just because of she got a daughter that's one, she probably like, oh, I can't lose my stomach and blah 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 blah, and decided to have a mommy makeover. And you go on with your 19-year-old sister who probably can't take care of you, because I know people who have done it in Miami, but has went someplace that was set up for your recovery and your care.
Right.
And they came out, they didn't like that, so I don't know. That
let's see. I didn't know. I you guys shed some light on that because I thought the surgery place and the recovery place were both in question. Excuse me, honestly, when I was looking at it. However, I think it's unfortunate though that society has a lot of, and I can't just say women because men do it as well, but we don't hear about it as much, honestly. But forcing these type of procedures on people. When I say forcing, in a sense, I feel like it is being forced on everyone because it's a certain body image that is being glorified out here in the world today. And so now people are flocking to get that. And if you think about it, I mean, to me, some of these BBLs or butt shots and stuff like that, they don't look the greatest because you think about it, you got this big ass and your thighs are
rubbing together.
Skinny. So it doesn't flow right. But society is now glorifying big asses. So what do you want to do? You want to get that big ass, especially like if you work in the adult entertainment industry. You want whatever you're going to do to bring you, top dollar. And I just think that's unfortunate that the society that we live in now that and so people are dying for it. And when I say now, because it's been going on for some years, honestly, but it's just unfortunate all around, honestly. What are you gonna say, Brian?
And the pressure to get these things done and the fact that so many people do get these procedures done has almost gotten to a point where people have forgotten that plastic surgery is surgery. Like, I think because they're so common that people kind of don't put the weight behind them, which is why that people are willing to choose to go to some stranger's house for recovery instead of staying at a doctor's office, or in a hospital for a couple of days. Like, because people have just gotten to a point where people stop thinking of it as a serious medical procedure.
Yeah, and the weird part about it is, and so you hear word of mouth is the best advertisement for a lot of these places. So then you hear, oh well, my own girl didn't have no issues, so I don't have no issues. But just like anything, any medical procedure, any medication or something like that, what you may work for you, I may have an allergic reaction to. Do you know what I'm saying? And we don't even pay it. In some of these cases, they're not paying attention to that. But then I think what's the worst part about it is that people that are preying off of these individuals. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Trap Queens, and this lady was a trans woman, and she made a whole lot of money off of doing ass shots. And she was doing what do you call it? It ain't
Fix it
construction
flat.
grade. What is it called?
Is it
No,
fix
no,
it
no. It
flat?
wasn't fixed to flat. It was silicone, but it was commercial grade.
Oh, okay.
Commercial grade. And I don't know what that. I don't, know enough about it to know. But she mentioned that it was commercial grade, and she did something she mixed it with something to kind of thin it out a little bit, and probably thin it out and stretch it out so she'd be able to get more out of it because she had this partnership with this company, so they got her large quantities, and so she would able to stretch it out. But I'm just thinking, and she was telling people she was a nurse. You know what I'm saying? And so then you get there, you don't have a lot of money, so then you go there for the surgery. You wanna fit the body type that all the niggas, I mean the guys want. You know what I'm saying? And so then you go, but you go to this hotel and you let her shoot you up. She don't know. You know what I'm saying? She don't really know what she's doing, but she's just trying to make a quick buck. And so it's like you're putting your life in somebody else's hands. And so I just don't fully understand that like I'm sure it's fear when they go in there and all that kind of stuff because this one she ended up having a fatality, and then that she shut down business for a little bit, but then she started back up, and I'm thinking like, and they eventually got her again, and she ended up going to jail. But I was like, the fatality, first off, just the conscious in itself to say, listen, I should be doing this. This is some major stuff. But then people are coming into you, putting their life in your hand. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, in my mind, it's just as much or it's just as important as doing open heart surgery.
Yeah.
But you don't think about that when you're trying to get beauty. You don't think about all of them things when you like. I got a tattoo on my back from a dude at his house, and I end up getting MRSA. But
What is
at the
that?
time, it's like a staph infection.
Back.
Like I got a whole scar. They had to pack it. Like, baby, them doctors, they was going off on me. But it was cheap. I'm like, oh, okay. It looked clean. And it started off with a little pimple. And that little pimple grew and it started. I had pain in my arm and went down and I ended up going to the emergency room. And but just for this a tattoo is needles. Is you got to make sure the stuff is clean and all this stuff. But oh, I want to get this tattoo. Oh, he a tattoo artist. Okay. Like you said, your homeboy, your homegirl went there, nothing happened to them. Oh, I'm gonna go. And you go and you be the one to get an infection.
Yeah.
And you deal with that. And now I got a scar on the back of my back because of uh cheap or being not being I'm going to say being cheap, but being cheap and not thinking that it would happen to you.
Yeah. I think it's
Um,
just go ahead.
so my story, I got a tummy tuck. You will never know the way I look now, but if the doctor would explain to me what he was doing, I'd probably be skinny as fuck now. But he did it on the strength of I had a lot of skin from having C-sections.
Mhm.
Well, it was a major surgery and they had to give me more anesthesia and more anesthesia. I never woke up. And so during that time, like I was actually, my mama say she was like, "You was just gone so long." I said, "Ma, I was talking to the nurse. I was telling them I was cold. I said I want a piece of chocolate cake and a 7 Up, and they said that never happened. But I had an outer body experience because technically I probably died on the operating room. because that was not part of the surgery. They was just supposed to go in, do my hysterectomy, close me up, and send me on my way. Well, he thought it was a bright idea. Hey, let me get this extra skin off of your stomach. And baby, my stomach was flat. Baby, hey, I got out of that bed. I was like, yes. But the price of it, of not waking up, because the doctor made the choice, not me. But he's like, okay, I'm gonna make sure your stomach flat. So things like that, like, and I was in the hospital.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. So
But that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. That's like you were in the hospital, like, and of course this happened against your, not against your will. You had to give some kind of consent to do it. But so this is a quote unquote controlled environment. So just imagine what's going on when you. I mean, I can only imagine what's going through ladies and men's heads when they're going to this hotel. Do you know what I'm saying? To get pumped, and it's like it doesn't seem like the thought of anything going wrong is going through their head. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you think in the future, like, hey, I'm about to get pumped, and then I'm look at all the yeah.
Yep.
And just like it's her and her sister, they're going to this place, so they definitely not thinking, oh, something's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. We looked on Facebook, other people survived. Nobody, they're not reporting people dying out of there. So, like, oh, we did our research. I'm like, I mean, what is the 19-year-old getting? Like, you're not even fully developed at 19.
Yeah, and she probably got survivor's guilt because she like, my damn sister died, and here I am still alive.
My niece, yeah.
And then
I got my niece.
The flip side, when you say talking about doing the research, yeah, you applaud them for doing their research, but then at the end of the day, now we live in a digital society. You got bots, you got people doing fake reviews, all that kind of stuff to promote their business. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Again, by no means is this meant to criticize or critique anybody's decision to do so. If anything, it's the critique of those who are doing these things to people. And they know, and they know they should be doing it. I think that's the worst part about it. What'd you say, Brian?
Something that keeps going through my head is like, and I'm sure that the people choosing these providers don't think about is that in a hospital, they're generally going to do the right thing because there are people monitoring them. There are people watching them and making sure that they are doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. But if you go to a hotel room to have a procedure done, or if you go to somebody's house for recovery, like, they have every incentive to not attract attention to the fact that they're running an illegal medical operation in their house, which means if something really bad happens, the possibility that they just won't do anything because they don't want police and whatnot showing up is high. And I think a lot of people probably don't think about that.
But Brian, to your point, that's what they said. She had been dead some hours.
Yeah.
Because they probably got scared. Like, what am I supposed to do? And the sister, they're like, hey, hold on. What are y'all doing? She ain't waking up. Like, what did y'all give her? Like, now they're like, oh shit, we gotta call a damn ambulance. We gotta call the police. Like, all of this stuff. But now, Brian, that you're saying that, where did the doctor office think she was going? Like,
yeah. I mean, and
I'm confused about that. Like, you did surgery on me. Where did you think I was going to recover? And I'm from Las Vegas, coming to Florida to get this done. Where? So, do we hold the doctor office accountable also?
I don't think so, because I think that in certain cases, you might have signed a consent that's saying that, hey, I have an aftercare lined up, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? You know how, like, if you get it's a horrible comparison, but like if you get a new car or something like that and you decline a certain amount of coverage, you have to sign off to say I decline that coverage. Do you know what I'm saying? So in this case, hey, I've gotten the surgery from you, but I am declining any further care. You know what I'm saying? And so at that point, the doctor is saying, hey, okay, we're not liable. You're taking matters into your own hand. So And to your point though about them, the people in these houses and these recovery houses, because keep in mind, a lot of times these people they leave, like if they go across, across the country to get surgeries, they will leave and they are left to recover at their own home. If you think about it, in certain cases, but in this situation, these people that because the show that I was watching, in two separate instances, somebody has died, and the person that administered these shots, what they do, the minute the stuff look odd, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, think about it. When they get in there, you're not getting no
anesthesia, nothing.
Nothing. They give you liquor. Right. They give you liquor. They give you Percocets. They give you something just to kind of make you feel good when they do it. Yep. And so then the shit don't go right. Guess what they do? Grab their pocketbook and they out of there because they don't want. And it's the show. It was crazy to me how they did this with no regard. They was like, oh, they wasn't responsive. I had to get my stuff out of there. Go. What? It's a life. Right. This is a life.
But they're not thinking about that because did they stop? No. They had the reputation of building booties and people kept glumming to them. They didn't care about somebody dying. That's not going to happen to me. It's just, but you look at the celebrities. Like, what was that? Kanye's West mama. She went somewhere and she passed away. Like, what is going on? Like, I don't know. It's just a lot to this plastic surgery, not game, but baby, I used to love watching Botch. That used to be my damn show. Like, oh damn, you went to this plastic surgery, they fucked up your nose, they fucked up your titty, and they baby did miracle work on these people. But did they ever lose somebody? They don't talk about that part.
Right.
So
yeah, but I think it's just something about, and this is naivety or just being I don't want to say dumb on my part, but it's just something about going to an actual plastic surgeon to get surgery. Because I feel like I'm at a medical facility, so if anything should go wrong, they're going to do something to get me to bring me back if I should, versus going to this recovery house. They gave her all. She was saying, "I'm in pain. I'm in pain," instead of. And I don't know if that's what she said. Right. For instance, that's what she said, and they giving her all joys. She might have overdosed,
and that's why they said they were still looking into it. But that was in March, so
yeah. I mean, her death might not have had nothing to do with
the surgery.
The surgery, it could have been, the actual aftercare that they, say, oh, we don't know what to do. They say they're in pain. Give them more drugs. Do you know what I'm saying? And for her to be dead so long that rigor mortis has started to set in, that's crazy.
And she was laying face down, like what the fuck?
And so, was anybody else in the facility, or they are all? What about the other patients that was there for aftercare? Where were they at? Yep. Were they tapping you on the shoulder? Ma'am, you gotta get up. You know what I'm saying? We all gotta go now, ma'am. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And she didn't wake up. Ooh.
I'm saying with the other people that was there, where were they at? Was she the only one when they got there?
Because what surgery did the sister get? So now you over there tapping your sister and she ain't waking up. Like that's just a lot.
And so then, who's more responsible? I asked that question. Who's responsible? Is it the aftercare house? Is it or the patient?
Right.
Who's responsible? You know what I'm saying? Because
if they're saying the houses are illegal, is it the person that's running the house?
Or
you going back to the patient?
The person that chose to go there when they probably should have known.
I was saying. I mean, I think in this case, I don't think anyone is any more right nor wrong than the other. Honestly, the people that started, you know what I'm saying, Brian? The people that are creating this environment, they're wrong because they know they don't have the qualifications. But then,
but what's the qualifications though? So that's another thing.
A doctor. To be a doctor,
right?
To be a plastic surgeon, yes, yeah.
For aftercare,
I mean, at least
Nurse,
overseen by a doctor.
a nurse, yeah. You know what I'm
Baby.
saying? Listen, when I go get my hair cut, I look for the certificate
He
on
got a
the wall.
license, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. License. I look for that on the wall. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's important to me.
Mm.
You know, I guess I'm.
But you trying to be beautiful. That's why people going to get their teeth fixed in Turkey. You pay 5,000 compared to 20,000 in America. Like,
I wouldn't do that. And that's no shade to nobody that would do it. I wouldn't do that only because I'm scared of the after effects. I'm scared of if you had to put me under to fix my teeth and I don't wake up. What is my story gonna end like? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
are you gonna really try to help me? I can't speak the language, so I can't communicate to you. You know what I'm saying? I think about all that. So maybe I can save up a few more dollars. And get to do it. And I get it. It's quick. It's easy. People, Turkey. A lot of men going over to Turkey getting their hair transplants. I get it. So I'm not. It's not that I don't come from a place of understanding. All I do say though is it is just unfortunate that that we're here. That's it. That we're here.
Mm-hmm.
That happened.
There's a lot of places popping up like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the broader concept of media illiteracy, where people don't have the capacity to look at something that they find on the internet and say, this is a scam, or this isn't real, or something about this feels wrong. Like, people are really bad at that. And it's not just, old people falling for, gift card scams or something like that. It's a lot of people are really bad at determining what is or is not right on the internet. And I don't know what the solution to that is, but stop being stupid is one of them.
Because I recall around tax time, it was tax companies advertising like, get your taxes done with us. You could be in a drawing for a BBL. What?
Jesus.
No, that's serious.
It was happening.
That is serious,
That's
Brian.
wild. Okay.
Yes. So of course, you know what I'm saying. I'm getting my taxes done. I could get me a new booty. People think it's a thought that it's not going to happen to me, and I think it's unfortunate. And I get we all on the trying to everybody's trying to come up, but off the backs of these people.
Yep.
It's like you playing off of their I wouldn't call it a need because it's not even that. It's because a lot of times it's not a need. And here's the thing: now if you think about it, you see we shifting from where these big booties and stuff was the thing, and now we're shifting back into natural bodies. So now you put all that stuff in your body to be this and a third. What you say, Brian?
I was just going to say, and there are, even then, natural bodies. People are going the surgery route to get natural bodies. So it's like, it's not really actually improving the situation at all.
Yeah. Shit, people regret going to the actual plastic surgeon because they mess up. So can you imagine going to
board certified?
Yeah, it's sad, and it's unfortunate that that's where we are at, in society that's what we got to do. When it's easy said than done to celebrate what you look like and step out and be confident who you are, because I get it. It's not an easy thing. And I just think it's unfortunate that people are the regard for life is so little in certain regards. Because when you know what you're doing when you're doing this, do you know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate all the way around.
Very much so.
Yeah,
it's all around. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this all. I don't say how it all pans out, but just see how the trend transcends time. So.
Yep. Absolutely.
Ma'am. Sweetie.
Are you docking my pay?
Girl, docking it. Docking it.
I'm trying to figure out where to get something to eat at. It's
Girl,
late.
go up the street to the Jack in the Box and get you some egg rolls.
I think I'm gonna find a little chick. I think Popeyes might be open.
Brian, you eat egg rolls, Brian?
Not really, no.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna promote their stuff, but if you happen to ever stop by a little Jack in the Box, them egg rolls be when they nice and hot. Oh my god, they be. It's a good.
Their
It's a
deep
good
fried
snack.
tacos are pretty good.
They got tacos.
Yeah,
They do.
straight out of the fryer.
Mm-hmm.
I
They
could
have a little bit of everything. They have breakfast fire. They have a lot of. You like, damn, they got breakfast. Oh yeah, let me get them French toast sticks and that sausage patty and scrambled eggs. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna eat all that.
Oh, copy.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna go that far. The egg rolls is probably about as far as I'm gonna go with that. But I'll take y'all's word for it on the tacos.
Yep.
And how'd you pronounce it? The breakfast.
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 Oh, baby, let me off this line, honey. It's 25 minutes.
Anyway, all right, guys. Thank y'all for joining us. Please remember to like,
Absolutely.
share, and subscribe. And we will see you guys soon.
See you later.